All right, so I'm just gonna go live on my page because Black Readers Con doesn't that page isn't working well for me today. But yeah, hopefully they come on this side and join. I'm really not sure what was going um, on the other side of things. But hello to everyone who's just coming in. I was going live. I was live actually on the Black Readers Con page for Indie Author Love Night. Is every Tuesday. But I switched over to the Ray Legacy page because he was having some technical difficulties over on the other side. And I have TK Richards tonight who is joining in as the room. We're going to be talking about her books. We were talking about when she was coming on. Hey, so
Gracia is blaming me.
Gracia is blaming you.
She
Why?
said it's me. I swear it's not me. It's not me.
I think it's the BRC Instagram guys or something. Like I'm not. It's that page doesn't like us. So
I wonder
we're
if
on
it's
this side.
funny because different people log in. I'm wondering is that the issue?
I was thinking that, but hopefully we can get through it over here on this page, and then I'll just add them as a collaborator later, so it'll still post to their page. But I really, really want to get this interview done. Oh my goodness, Raymond said IG can't handle the Geechees. Oh no!
I guess it can handle the Geechee.
IG
I don't get me started up in
All right. So we were talking. You said you have three books coming out at the end of the year, but you're scared to release them. And I think it was Kamani Lauren Books said that she's going to sing the Negro Spiritual, Let Her Book People Go.
Okay, I'll get to that one in a minute. Okay, so when we were cut off, the one that I'm going to release in October is one of them that I had on Kindle Vella. Okay. It's about a Black female who has caught the attention of a rock star. And I wrote lyrics to a song, but I didn't want to put the song in the book and then it just sit there. So I had this idea to actually get somebody to sing it professionally.
Nice.
And I ran through so many hoops to get that done. And finally, it was weird because the story is based in Tennessee. I found somebody in Tennessee and he turned around like quick and did it. And I got it back today. It's finally mastered.
Okay.
So I put a couple of images together and I'm going to post it when we're here on my page.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because music is a love of yours as well, isn't it?
It's in my family's background and I used to rap.
Play DM Diamonds.
But, I don't do that anymore. I'm past that age.
Okay. So now what is your music skill of choice? I guess that's the words for it.
Well, don't get me wrong. I'll still rap like in the car ride line or like I'll blast Boosie Set It Off going to the grocery store.
Okay.
I'll still do that. But I honestly, it's strange. I shifted from hardcore, reggae, dancehall to country music this past 2 years. Don't ask me why, but like Mickey Guyton, the path for the African American culture in country music. But like I can't think of the documentary. There's a good documentary on Prime on how we influenced country music and we have the hardest time shining in it. But I grew up listening to it with my grandmother. Of course, you change. Like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that when you're growing up. And now that I'm older, I'm like, ooh, that sounds good. Or, ooh, they're talking about some good stuff. So I listen to more country now. I don't know why.
Country music, I'm not a huge country music fan, but I will listen to it. I like to listen to all types of music. Some of it, right. And some of if you listen to the words, it'll make you fall in love with the song.
Yes.
It's like, oh, it's the words. I want to love like that.
Yeah. They talk about love and good stuff. It's not a bunch of shoot 'em up in the club type stuff. But you know, it. I
Hippity
guess it
hop.
comes with age too. It's a sign I'm getting older.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But I'm still
I
gonna
would
blast
agree.
Boosie set it off going to the grocery store.
That's okay. I'm gonna blast Jeezy and Jay-Z go crazy. That's what I'm gonna do. That's my song.
That's a good club song.
It is.
Don't take me back
I
to those days.
Jay-Z's verse is my favorite in that song. I know it word for word. Like
Is
that's
that
that's my
your
song.
favorite Jay-Z verse of all time?
It isn't my favorite Jay-Z verse of all time, but in that song, I like his verse over Jeezy's.
I think well, I'm a big Jay-Z fan, but I think my favorite is Reservoir Dogs for him.
Hmm.
Even though I keep playing Dig a Hole, like I don't know why that's always popping up, but the verse from Reservoir Dogs got me when there's a part when he says about the antenna and then he pops up in Atlanta.
Hmm.
Whoa, I'm like, okay, who would have done that? Nobody
Yeah.
else would come up with that, so that's my favorite one.
All right. Okay. Nice. Some people are coming in. Hello, DM Diamonds. Hello to you all. Melanated Readers in here. Black Readers Con. That page is joining because they kicked us out, but now they want to join.
We
Words
love
in Cipher.
everybody.
Hello to everybody. We have TK Richards um, on tonight for Indie Author Love, and we started talking about her favorite. Like we started talking about her books. Then it went to the song that she wrote for her book. Hey, Gracia. And now we're talking about our favorite Jay-Z verse. Not sure how we got here, but that's what happens.
Right. We just vibing.
It's just fine. We just got here. Um, Also, I want to remind y'all that are coming in. Um, Black Readers Con is October 28th, 29th, and 30th. It's going to be all virtual this year, so we don't have to worry about COVID or the monkeypox or anything else. Hey, DL. Or any of that other stuff. Also, I found something super, super dope on TK's site when I was looking. She has a sign up to join her ARC team,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll get a copy of her book before it is released in exchange for a review. Now, we know how indie authors need and love their reviews. So,
Good reviews.
good
Not,
reviews.
not the hateful reviews that's going around. I don't know what's going on.
Not the bad reviews. You know, if you do leave a review, have a grow and glow is what I like to call it. You
Yes.
can add add a critique something you don't like, but also add something that you did like about it. So grow them and glow them at the same time. That's how I like to phrase it. So yes, leave the reviews. um, tkrichards.com is the website. That is the site to leave your review. So you are a multicultural romance author.
Mm-hmm.
What does, in your
Yes.
opinion, um, why multicultural, and what does that really mean for you? And do you read a diverse range of books?
I'm actually struggling with that term
Okay.
because I don't want to be boxed in
Mm-hmm.
one genre. And that's kind of been something I've struggled with my whole life.
Okay.
I did everything growing up. I did every sport I could do. I did music. I did art. I did drama. But it's like the world has this problem of just you got to pick one thing and just stick to it, and that's you.
Right.
So romance is my first love because I'm just in love
Mm-hmm.
with love. I'm sappy. I cry easy now. Like to see people happy in love. I love to see couples making it work and lasting. So that's my number one genre. But I do black romance, interracial, and I've recently spread into YA
Okay.
because those are just stories that are in my head. But being boxed in, it's like you can't tell them. And then I'm also I write steamy, but I'm also sneaking off and doing clean romance.
Okay.
Nobody will know it's me because it will be under a pen name because they make you have to just be so just stuck with one brand.
Mm-hmm.
But I am doing clean romance. It's funny for me to do clean romance because of how steamy I write. But like they were talking about last night, sometimes you want to cleanse your palate. So,
Right.
And I stepped into interracial on accident.
Mm-hmm.
The stories that I'm sitting on is basically all Black romance. But with times changing and conversations, my interracial romance story came about on accident from a conversation I was having. And I planned on writing one book, and I wrote the one
Mm-hmm.
book and went to a book club. They read it, and then they were like, "Well, when is the next one?" And I was like, "There is no next one." They were like, "No, we need more. I want to know what else is going to happen to these people." And I was like, "No, those
Mm-hmm.
people are done." And they kept pressuring me and pressuring me. So one book turned into three. Now I have another interracial story coming out, which is this rock star story. But
Mm-hmm.
everything else is pretty much Black romance. And now
So,
white.
Kamani, before I piggyback off what you said, Kamani
What did
Lauren
she say?
said smut. She writes smut. We love her smut. So now I'm curious because I know some authors write about their personal experiences or their hidden desires
Mhm.
and put a little bit of them into their books. So is there a little bit of you in your books? Or is
Yes.
that your alter ego?
Oh no, I'm in there. I'm sprinkled all over the place. I'm in there. If you know me, you will know. You
Hey,
will laugh to
Norian.
yourself, and you will say, "Oh, that's her all day." Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I do like a little smut. I like a little smut. I'm sorry. I don't want to get bored in a book and like there is a popular book I won't name that everybody kept saying it was steamy.
Mm-hmm.
I was at 69 to 71%, and they hadn't got it on yet. And I was like, I'm almost done with this book. When are these people gonna get to it? I don't write like that.
Wow.
No, you're gonna get to it a couple of times.
So straight out the gate, yes,
Mm-hmm.
DM Diamond TK said we out here. Straight out the
Yes.
gate, like all right, five pages in that they're rolling around in the sheets.
Sometimes the first page.
Oh.
I have a secret erotica name. I will not reveal that either. That starts off straight out the gate.
Uh-huh.
The first word is sexual.
Well, let me get my pen. So I can get what book did you say this was?
I'll DM you.
Oh yes. Okay. All right.
I won't let anybody know that's me. I'm a little bit ashamed of that one.
Oh no, don't be ashamed. There are people out here with all types of book desires and book fetishes and book kinks and everything.
Yes.
So let the people use the words of one of the other watchers. Let our people go. Let our book people go. Like put it out there.
Well,
Everybody wants to know.
it's smut, but that's like it was so bad. Kamani
Yes.
knows who it is. It was so bad. Kamani asked me, "Was I okay?"
Resist
So
Book says this is a smut safe space. Yes, this is a smut safe space. It is. And
it is Ghost Pepper Hot. The sequel is worse than the first book. I'm not gonna lie, that second book, I was out of my mind. I don't know what was wrong with me. It's just that I don't know. And it's 100 pages of pure smut on top of
oh,
smut. So yes.
oh,
So see, I'm
oh,
not
okay.
boxed in. I'm everywhere. Clean romance, erotica, steamy, YA, multicultural, Black romance, interracial.
Nice. I pinned this comment from DM's Diamonds. They want you to DM them as well
Okay.
about this, about your book.
You have to sign an NDA.
Oh, okay. I have a pen ready.
I
Like
don't want nobody to know it's me.
I won't tell anybody. I am ready to sign. Like I'll sign my name now on this index card and give it to you. I'll take a
Well,
picture of it. Whatever you
funny
need to
thing
do.
though, of all that, another story I'm sitting on is a Christmas story because I'm like, nobody's gonna buy this Christmas story once they read all this other stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
the Christmas story is clean Hallmarky type vibe. So just sitting on it.
Listen, like DM Diamond said, we got you. You know, we'll sign the NDA. We need the book.
Let your freak flag fly. Hey, are they Amish? Oh, she was in here last night. No, they're not Amish.
Yes.
No, they're not Amish, but
the Amish freak flags.
Look, they're not Amish, but some butter is getting churned. That's all I'll say.
Oh, you know what? Okay, moving on.
I got a nasty Christmas for you, Nikki Reeds.
See, we are your people. We are the ones you need to release the book for. We want to read.
I'm in the right space.
Yes, you're in a safe space. Like after a long day at work with a glass of wine, you know, after the kids are in bed, we wanna curl up to a book. And Nasty Amish During the Holiday equals bestseller.
Hey.
You never know. You never know. So what was the first that really got you excited about romance books?
I may have been a little hardcore growing up, but I've always been savvy.
Okay.
I will say, if anybody like went to school with me, it would be, she always want to be in love with somebody. She this little boy showing her attention, or he loved me, I love him. It's just been something about the connection of people. So it wasn't hard for that to like be my first or favorite genre. I think I can't remember the name of those twins that I used to read about. Was it Double Trouble? Those books when we were like, well, you might be younger than me, I don't know. It was like two twins. And I recall when I would read the books, I'd be like, how come you never had no boyfriend? It was always some school situation, battling with other girl. Like, where's the boyfriend? I've always wondered, where is the boyfriend? So it was always just love. You got to love somebody.
Alicia said a Sweet Valley High. Was that the book?
Sweet Valley High. Yes. With the twins. Like, where was the boyfriend? There was never really like love in that. And I used to look for the love. So I kind of knew then.
A lot of us love hard. A lot of us like want the happy ending, and because that's what they teach us to teach females to strive for is that happy ending, that happy ever after, that fairy tale, their princess story.
But I don't teach my daughter that.
Me either. I have a 15-year-old. Like, no.
Yeah, our kids are close to the same age. I'm teaching her to travel the world. There are a million boys out here. There are boys outside of America.
Yes.
And you should live your life. You should not rush to settle down, be in a relationship. You should just do things that you want to do. And I was told by a woman too late, live out your 30s and do everything you want to do, and then start looking for a mate.
Yes.
She told me that when I was 27. I was like, okay, I've been looking for boys and a husband this whole time.
Right. I've been trying to get married.
But I don't teach my daughter that. I think things have changed for the better in that aspect too. That all girls don't have to just be all about a relationship. They can be about themselves now.
Great. I got married early. And then after the divorce, I was like, what was I doing? No, life is to be lived. So while I may date now, but life is beautiful. Life is to be lived. And until I have experiences of my own to share with somebody else, then I'll decide to settle down. But until then,
you can be happy single. I have friends I have a lot of female friends that want a husband. They're looking. Some of them don't like my interracial book because they say they want Black love. And I don't blame them. But I'll tell them, got slim pickings out here. You might have to roam outside. They don't want to do it. And I keep telling them too, don't think you're missing out on anything. You can still be happy. It doesn't have to have somebody on the side of you, you know.
Right.
Be happy.
Absolutely.
So one of them is actually, I mean, I'm happy, but I'm a little jealous of her too because she travels all over the world. She doesn't have
Mm-hmm.
any children. She has a lot of money. She's got
Uh-huh.
a good job and she's happy. So I like tell people who know her, look at her. She doesn't have a husband and it's not bothering her. So just do you.
Oh, yes, I have to pin this comment. Yes,
Uh-oh.
Alicia, I'm an equal opportunity dater. I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that one. A lot of Sweet Valley High readers were in here.
Oh yeah, they knew. They had you. They knew.
Yes.
So to the people in the comments that are watching us tonight, if you are a romance book lover, what type of romance books do you like? Put that in the comments. And are you one of the friends to lovers type? Are you, what type of book trope do you tend to
Um,
go for in your leisure reading?
Crystal actually recommended a book. I am not going to say I downloaded it. I will DM her when I finally read it. So
Okay.
things been going on about this book. So Melanated Reader, yeah, there's a book you've been talking about. I actually downloaded. We'll talk about that another time.
Is it the Sneaking and Freaking book series?
Yes. And I actually did it because they were talking about it, and then I got a little nervous because one of the titles is close to the title of a book that I haven't released.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to read it to see if I need to change my title.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the other one in the series about the professor. I have a teacher student romance.
See, everybody must have been sneaking and freaking.
So yeah, I was like, I might need to change my title after I read that one. But it's
Mm-hmm.
called The Professor and I.
Okay.
And I might have to change the title. So I'm going to see if there are any similarities before I do it.
Okay. The Melanated Reader, she likes forbidden romance. That's her thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
DM Diamonds, they said diamonds are greedy alive. They want all the black love. Alicia from Little Pocketbooks, she liked it all. She's a mood reader when it comes to romance books. Raymond said that he is going to read the Sneaking and Freaking series, so that's why he already knew what the book was. He's going to read it. He's going to read it. He
I
said it.
think
I
he
heard it.
read one and he had me laughing about his take on it. I think he read the one that I downloaded, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, and he said at least it's not the hood Negro. Well, different word for it, but I will say that after Crystal came on the live that one night with us and was telling us about the Sneaking and Freaking series, um, I went and looked at it. I haven't downloaded it yet, but I did go and look at it and read it. And I was like, oh, and I did tell people about it. So I am spreading the Sneaking
Yeah.
and Freaking gospel, although I haven't read it, but I have told plenty of people about it. And some of them are interested and going to read it. Some of them asked me if it was a real book series. I was like, yeah, it's called the Sneaking and Freaking series.
I think
Or
Forbidden, what is it Forbidden? I don't think Forbidden is my top one.
mm-hmm.
I definitely don't really care for enemies to lovers because when you piss me off, you just piss me off. I don't want to be bothered. So I don't see me being upset with somebody and wanting to give it up to them. So yeah, that one is not me. Mm-mm. Friends to lovers, it's I don't know. Maybe a little taboo, but not too much taboo. I'm not with the
Mm-hmm.
stepdaddy and the stepbrother one. I don't do that one. But maybe like your brother's friend or your ex-boyfriend's brother, that type of stuff.
See, that's that forbidden romance that
Yeah.
Crystal was talking about. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
To
like
me,
that.
that's getting even, so that's up my alley. Yeah.
I like it when they play a little hard to get. Like they really don't, really not sure if they want to be together or not, and then next thing you know, it's this little sweet, sappy kiss or something, and then they're in a relationship. Like that's
You might
what.
challenge me to write that because I normally just give it up. It ain't too long. Wait. They don't wait too long to do it with me. So you might challenge me to try to write that.
Well, that's the type of person I am. I like to play hard to get for a year or 2 or 12, and then we'll see what happens. It's probably why I'm still single, but we'll see what happens.
Maybe. I'm gonna regret that one day.
Words in Cipher said, I just started reading romance this summer, and I like Friends to Lovers and Steamy. I got the Freak and the Sneaky series to read at some point. And Alicia said Crystal needs to get commission from that series.
I mean, when I do these next 2 releases, that's when I'm going to sit down and actually read it to chime in and say, hey,
okay,
either girl, what the hell, or okay, I see what you was talking about. It's going to be one or the other.
I'm gonna read it. That may be my weekend read this weekend is to jump in it. Lisa said, "Oh no, I get so frustrated by that. I need them to jump to it. Mm-hmm. You guys just want to jump to it and get it going."
First mafia romance this year. I've actually been talking about it.
Kelly.
The Crowned by a Mafia King. I've been talking about that on Vella.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first mafia romance.
Okay.
And I didn't think that was up my alley because I liked the Bronx Tale, that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of reminded me of that. But I would say mafia romance might be sneaking in as my second.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't read any mafia romance books.
A little bit of violence.
I like a little bit of,
yeah,
a little roughing them up. Crave by Shay Sanders is a fabulous reverse harem series. That's what DM Diamonds recommended.
I've heard Mika talk about that one.
Mm-hmm.
Reading 444. I've heard her talk about that book. I haven't gotten to that one yet. I mean, I haven't gotten anything yet, but that'll probably be on my next one after the Sneaking or Freaking.
Let me write that down so I can add that to my list. Can't go wrong with violence. I'm gonna pray for all y'all.
I don't have violence in my relationships.
Uh-huh.
But in the secret pen name, there's a character. There's a character who is sexually violent with like choking and stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, and that's in your secret pen name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need
if that's violence, that's about as far as I go with the violence. But yeah,
that's not violence. That's a good time.
It really is a good time. Oh yeah.
So if you had to use one word to describe you, what would it be? I know
misunderstood.
I was coming. Kelly. Oh, here comes Kelly with her chiming in. Let's see.
My word is misunderstood.
Mm-hmm.
Hi. TK's a tattletale. I just want to tattletale on her that she's a tattletale.
Kelly, don't jump in here bullying people tonight.
She tattletaled on me yesterday with no provocation, telling Gracia that I had alcohol before I saw her because I was all cuddled up with Gracia and just trying to love up on Gracia. And Gracia said that she had a drink before she came here.
You should have saw her.
Kelly, we're not bullying people. It's love. This is my love.
I'm telling some honest love that TK a tattletale.
We over here talking about love and smut books and romance and kink and choking and gagging and all this other stuff. And you're coming up here talking.
She has experience. She licked her husband on an Instagram reel, so she knows. Yes, Kelly did.
I also molest your books on Instagram reels.
Yes,
I like the way the cover is. It's a good pick. It's a good pick. Like it's like it doesn't have the sheath on it, so the picture's on the actual cover and it's shiny and it's nice and she's all chocolatey. Like it's Like her cover, I like her cover. Where's your cover?
I actually
Hey,
changed that
Summer.
up. I made a matte one now. It's still available. That one is still available on Barnes and Noble, but the other retailers have the matte one now.
I like the shiny one.
I know you
I'm
do.
sad. Yes. Yes, it was special. It was
And
special. It was
she was pouring
shiny and
wine with that as well. Alcohol.
hey, see, I told you, Tattletale.
She had
TK.
Bill
Are you
pouring
telling
wine.
on people on these books too?
I'm sorry.
I'm glad I didn't grow up with you because I know you just would have been tattling on me just
Yes.
randomly. Kelly did this, Kelly did that.
I'm
Kelly,
the big family. That's what I'm supposed to do.
Kelly, if everybody is saying that you're doing the same thing, and the common denominator in everybody's story is you, so it may just be you.
Heard her little alcohol fit.
Oh.
No,
Kelly,
right.
Rooted in Reflection, made a comment that I do want to read and talk about. Smut was what my cousin escaped to survive her shitty marriage. She would get lost in novels. That happens a lot when people get lost in books.
Yeah.
Do you find yourself getting, you and Kelly could answer this in both, do you find yourself getting lost in a book when things are happening? And if so, like what book would that be?
I don't think so. I think I've actually started to read. I like to read stuff that's going to make me get in the mood or make me laugh.
Mm.
And then also secretly critique. I wouldn't tell anybody what I'm critiquing, but like I would be like, I wonder why they said that way. Or like, I probably would have used this word here. I find myself doing that lately. But to like escape like real life problems, if I do that, I switch to what Gracia does with the nonfiction stuff.
Okay.
But Gracia's list have me in here mad. Like,
Gracia got you. Will have you militant as F.
yes.
Yeah. But it's good.
I use books for escapism, even as a child. So if I am hardcore heavy reading, like there's been a couple of years where I've read like 300 plus books. No, that was a bad year.
Okay.
I don't come up from the hidey hole. Like that's it. And like, but books have always been my escape. It's been a safe space. And so I will use books to escape. So if my Goodreads is like 200 plus, it's not a good year. If I'm like behind 20 books like I am right now, I'm living it up. But
you're always on vacation. You travel so much.
I'm surprised she's behind.
Oh yeah, I'm behind. Yeah, but I like to read in general, but books are my escape. So if I'm going through something, books are my escape, especially if it's like a romance book. I want to read something happy. I want to just tune everything else out that's crappy in the world. So books are therapy. Books are therapeutic. I think there's a book and Uncle Bobby says a shirt says book saved my life. And I feel that way.
I find that comments like that in these reader groups on Facebook, you kind of can tell from what some people are posting that they escaped through books or that they went to a title for something they were going through, and then they'll come and they'll talk about whatever was in that book and how it helped them. I see that a lot in reader groups.
But I know for me, I'll start reading a book that I think I want to escape into, and then I'll stop and start reading something else and stop and start reading something else. So I could be reading multiple books, and sometimes they all don't tie back in together for me, but it still works because for that moment I'm escaping and getting rid of whatever is on my mind. And the Diamond said, their reading and listening was their saving grace during the pandemic. I definitely read a lot during the pandemic.
I was the opposite. Everybody was home, so I was messing with everybody. And then when we could kind of travel, at least in the car, like my reading went down in the pandemic. Mhm.
I didn't do that much reading during the pandemic. I played sports
Reading and eating.
and I gained
Was
20
one of your
from all the
sports
cooking and the
Tattletale?
baking I was doing. I was making videos of me cooking and baking all day.
Well, I did do a lot of baking during the pandemic. I actually made my first homemade chocolate cake from like scratch, chocolate cake during the pandemic, and it's better than my mom's. And because she doesn't have Instagram and she doesn't do social media, I can say that. And y'all don't know my mama, so
Does anybody know Sasha's mother? Somebody tell Sasha's mother she's talking reckless on these internet
Yeah.
streets.
I made my first cake at 7.
from scratch.
Yes.
That's wonderful. But see,
Well, it happened because of racism.
oh,
Yep. I was with my grandmother at a house that she worked, and the lady had a nice little cake in the little glass little cake thing, little cake stand.
mm-hmm.
And you know, your parents and grandparents say don't touch nothing, don't ask for nothing. I want to see that cake. So I asked for a piece of that cake, and that lady told me no. So my grandmother was upset, and she was like, just go in the car. So when I got in the car, she was like, did I really have to tell you not to ask for that cake? Because I knew that lady was not going to give you some of her cake. I didn't understand, what was going on at that time. Mm-hmm. So when we got home, she taught me how to bake my own cake. So yeah, I started at 7. And I've been baking ever since.
So you had your own real life moment, except for you didn't go take the pie, you baked your own cake.
Yes. Made my own cake.
That's an ultimate FU. I like that. Like, I don't need you. I can do this myself. Grandma, there you go. I like that.
See why I love. I told you
I got my grandbaby. I got my grandbaby. We gonna do this.
Because she was my best friend, so she taught me.
I love that.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Gracia said that she didn't read. She read the same amount. There was no quarantine for her, so there was no real difference. And rooted in reflection. First off, I just want to say I'm not calling mama out. What I said was,
you played your mama's cake.
Oh, somebody snitching on you?
Yes, rooted in reflections. Rooted in reflection. Said I called her out. And then they said that your cake was revenge cake, which is delicious. Turned it into a lesson. Yes. Turned a no into a lesson.
To do a cookbook last year with my sister, but we just didn't do it.
Mm-hmm. TK, I'm gonna need you to stop holding all these books close to the chest and let it go.
They're like in the chamber.
She don't hold other secrets to the chest though. She hold the books to the chest, but she be telling everybody this.
Stop it. But you did it, Kelly. But you did it. So
like I have one book that was supposed to come out last year. I didn't put it out because it has a KKK moment similar to Spike Lee's movie. So when I saw that movie was coming out, I was like, I can't put this book out now because people will think I took that idea from him. But it's not with a male character. Mine is with a female character. And I'm just sitting on it because I don't want it to be compared to his movie.
But you're also giving it from a different vantage point. So and there's a billion books out, and some books have a little similarity to so many different things. So don't sit on it because you have readers that want your work. Don't sit on it.
It's just sitting in the clip.
TK, we're gonna hold you accountable, okay? This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna all hold you accountable.
Okay.
3 books by the end of the year, you said. So this is August. So by December 31st, we're gonna get 3 books from you, and then you're gonna DM their Diamonds and I the secret
about my slut
first page smut, rip the clothes off, let's get it on book. Like we need that in our life. Yes, Words and Ciphers, release that clip. Exactly.
Well, like even Kelly, I know Kelly has a certain reading style that she doesn't even have to tell me. And when she started to read the book that she was molesting on lives, she got to one part and she inboxed me and was like, And I was like, what?
It's been a long time since
I
I
think
read
I
the book.
shied her away. I think I shied her away. I think she was like, I wasn't expecting her to say this stuff.
Yes, DM.
But I
Oh
love
my God.
you.
Okay. So
I'm gonna hop off, but follow TK. Get on
See,
the
she don't want to
TK.
talk about it.
see,
Don't
right
wanna talk
now
about
she
it.
wants to get off.
Just don't tell TK no secrets. I'm just saying, but I love TK, and I like the shiny
Love
book.
you
I like
too.
the shiny book.
I should
All
have
right,
brought that.
bye.
Bye,
DM
Kim.
Diamonds. Bye, Kelly.
I can't see comments too. That's why I'm not responding. Just
Okay.
so
I'll go back and read them. Well, Gracia said that she remembered the cookbook that you're supposed to do with your sister.
mm-hmm.
So, you know, I'm
It's
just saying,
it's just sitting there.
like, let it go. DM Diamonds.
2023 may be a productive year.
Okay. Well, you're starting off with 3 books in 2022, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
The Diamond said, plus there are a lot of people that won't be familiar with Spike's depictions. Give us free. Yes, give us free, TK.
Okay.
So just release it. Release
it.
the book. You've put it out to the atmosphere. People know about it now. We're going to hold you accountable.
Yes.
I'm going to be in your inbox every week like, hey, buddy,
Now,
give us that book.
I was hoping Barnes & Noble sent me the Barnes & Noble copy.
Okay.
Because Amazon does that little strip, but Barnes & Noble takes forever to ship. So
they do. They take like 30 days almost.
I have been waiting. So like, this is proof that one of the 3 is coming out. This is on pre-order now. This is the YA book.
Okay.
But I hate that strip, so I did not want to show it.
What's the name of that book?
It's Low Country Legends. See, it's even on the title. I just hate that. Low Country Legends.
Okay. Gonna put that. You guys go in. You can go to her website, and you can pre-order the book there.
And I'm
you
with this one.
Look her up.
This one is special to me because I recently was told to stop hiding who I am in my books. The whole racism issue and color issue. And, you know, I feel like as Black authors, we're always judged by the way we speak and the way we write. But to me, we just tell stories different.
Right.
So I found myself getting lost in the journey to where my characters were not speaking the way that they should, because I was going back. So like if my Geechee was to say, I know, which means I don't know, I will go back and correct it and say, I don't know. And then all of my characters were speaking proper grammar. And I kept doing it because I also learned in the process, you have to have an editor that understands you.
Exactly. So, a good editor is important. They understand the language in which you're writing. Yes.
So when I first sent out this particular book, this person didn't know what I meant by spot. So like there was a part in the book when it says, do I need to come to your spot? And the editor put a note, I don't know what you mean here. Did you mean to write place? And I was like, what?
No, I said
how did you not
know what that means?
Yeah. So that was another lesson. And dealing with people like that, I just lost my voice. So everything was going to be proper. Like I didn't have my own culture to represent in my own writing. And then I got frustrated. So I didn't even really want to do it anymore because it was like I had to keep explaining to these people, this is what this means. This is what this means. And it just made me not just want to do it at all. So when I got with the right people to tell me, keep your voice, write your voice, write the way your people speak, the way you see the characters. I went back and I would start taking the G off and putting the apostrophe. So instead of saying nothing, this character says nothing.
Nothing.
And our people understand it. But I just had this bad thing in my head that people are going to read this and say, well, she's stupid. She doesn't know how to write. She's just writing ignorant stuff. So I had to get that out and finally go back to expressing who I was. So this book is special to me because I even put on the back, Geechee Gullah Greatness.
Nice. I love it. I'm glad that you went back to your own voice, and you made a very valid point. Like there are people, for one, it's important to query editors and get a sample if you can of something that's similar to your genre. So you aren't just writing to appeal to them, but they understand the audience that you're writing to and the audience that you're trying to attract. That's important.
Yes.
And going back and writing the way you need to write to feel comfortable, because if you don't feel comfortable with your writing, you're not going to want to sell it. You're not going to want to promote it. You're not going to want to tell people about it because it doesn't feel like you, like you're trying to fake the funk to be someone else. And for your proof copy, I am the real Jessica said that she used her proof copies with the script at her shows for people to touch and feel. So that could be an idea. Like just keep a proof copy at your shows and things. They can see the book. So they won't have to flip through one of your actual books. They can flip through it. And DM's Diamonds left us. Yeah, that was a good comment. Thanks, Jessica. DM's Diamonds left us. But they said this has been dope and they'll be looking out at their DMs, TK. So we want that book.
Okay. I'll tell her who it is. After she signs that NDA.
After she signs it. Right.
Display. Yeah.
So out of all of your books, like who's your favorite character to write and why?
I'm sprinkled out all over the place.
Okay.
Right now, it would be the teenager in this one. Because it's close to my roots of being in Charleston and Geechee. And this is also, I was told I probably should do this on a Patreon, but I mean, I'll say some of it here. Some of this stuff is true, but I just can't say what's true. It's about tales and urban legends and stuff, but some of the stuff I have personally experienced or people in my family. And the way it came about was I was just sitting around with my cousins and we were talking about stuff. And we were like, none of our children know the things that we know when we came up. And we were like, if something happens to us, these stories die.
Absolutely.
So I said, I'm going to put everything that we all have talked about in the family, stuff that we know that happened to this cousin and that cousin, I'm going to put it in a book for them. So it would be the Vanya character in here. But on my adult side, it would have to be Nadia from the Hummus series because my naive side is throughout that character. And it took me to become my old age of this age to finally accept who I am and stop really listening to all the outside voices. And that's what she does in that book. She starts off naive and then she comes into her own slowly, but when she gets there, she talked that SHIT. So it would be naughty.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll have to go back. I wrote the Low County Legends down. But Jessica said, have you considered making audiobooks for your works?
I have an audiobook for that Nadia character, book 1. I'm working on book 2 and book 3 to just complete the series. But my Black romance series started to do so well, I kind of abandoned it and was like putting the money to do the Black romance. So I'll finish books 2 and 3 after I complete the Black romance series. I want that done in one shot. So that won't be all 3 books. That audiobook will be all 3 books just on one audio format. And that's the one off. Do I have that one? The On Track but Off Course series. That's this one.
So how many book series do you have?
This is just going to be 2.
This one too. Okay.
I don't really want to do series after this one. I kind of like standalones. Because I've heard so many people say they don't like reading one book and then you have to wait for book 2. I go in a lot of these book club rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Or like when I told you, like, some of these reviews can get out of pocket. There have been people in these groups that will say, how dare you put out a book and not have the sequel ready? Man, it takes time. So yeah.
Exactly. Like, get up off my back. Yes. That's the thing. It's like watching a good show, and then you watch the first episode and wait another week to get the other one. But sometimes it can take a year or two, and your audience is on you, like your fans are on
The
your
time,
back about
the
writing the
money,
sequel.
the editing,
Yes.
the proofreading, the marketing, all of that.
It's a lot, and the only thing that the reader will see is a book on a shelf or a book available for purchase, but they don't see anything else.
Yes.
Going back to your low country legends, Gracia suggested something, and Raymond did the proper second to that. The low country urban legends.
That's what she wanted me to call it? Well, it says it in the little piece right here: an unforgettable tale of truths, urban legends, and family drama. That's on this little piece, but it's just called Low Country Legends.
Oh, Gracia, I don't know if we're gonna get our. It's been 2 for me. It's been.
What'd she say?
It's been 2 for. She says it's been 2 for me. I think I missed the comment of what she was talking about. It's been 2 for her.
Okay.
Gracia, what do you mean? It's been 2 for you.
And then, see, I wouldn't change that title anyway, because everything is starting off like that. Low Country Legends, and like my chapters are Death Days, Sharing Shotgun. Everything is like named like that. And then this one has a little bit of graphics in it.
Okay. So it's a YA graphic.
Yeah.
And I was
That's
asking
a little.
what it was about.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was asking
comments. Okay.
She was asking if that's what Low Country was about. If it was like urban legend based.
Mm-hmm. Urban legend, and she's from here. She know the stuff that go down here. A little bit of hoodoo, but not hoodoo. Telling tales of situations that I know of personally, or that were told to me from like my grandparents and parents and aunts and uncles, and some family situationship. Yeah, it's all in there.
Wow. Gracia said about she said it's been 2 years since book 1 of her trilogy. And I know that they hounded her a couple lives ago about finishing and coming out with book 2. So
Handkerchief was supposed to be done in 2021, if I'm not mistaken. And like you said, this is August 2022, so Gracia.
Things happen.
Yeah.
Things happen.
Yeah. I'm not going to hound you though, Gracia.
She said, girl, she giving you the side eyes, TK. She looking at you sideways. She giving them to you.
Look, I ain't scared.
They equals Kelly. Yes, Raymond. They equals Kelly. Kelly is hounding. Like, Kelly is, we love her. We do. But she's like the book bully. Like, that's
been
her.
Hounding Gracia since I met them. So book 2.
Wow.
Yes.
Kelly is the book bully. She wants her books.
Yes. She's another one that doesn't like to read series until they're complete either.
So that's why she hounds you all, because she wants to read this. She wants to binge read the whole thing.
So yeah, this is like my second series, and then I'm done. I'm in an anthology series, but that's a little small book. It's only like, it's kind of smut too. Somebody been teasing me online about a bidet comment I made. It's like 75 pages printed. It's called The Perfect Gift. But that's a little anthology series. It's 5 books, and I'm book 1.
Okay.
And my character has a smut scene, kind couple of smut scenes where she says she uses a guy's face as a bidet, and somebody won't let me live that comment down.
And what was that one called? Can we put that in
The Perfect Gift, Mickey and Mason.
The Perfect Gift?
Yes.
All right. So if I go missing for a couple of days,
that was a quick
because
it's like I think 15,000 words. It's not long. You can do that in an hour and a half.
Yeah. Yes, if I'm telling you, but if I read it and I go missing, and then I go, what did Alicia call it? Equal opportunity dating.
If you go to the store that sell bidets, we'll know what happened.
Yes, and if I show up on the Black Readers Con Live for the conference, and I have a Todd sitting beside me, don't y'all say anything, because these books, and I've got permission to some equal opportunity dating. So I can do what I want.
Little pocketbooks. Hers the
Kelly,
one I can see.
Kelly said it's not hounding, it's a gentle, kind reminder. No. You all are being a book and hounding for these trilogies. The days and shake weights.
Yes, I do have a comment about using somebody's face as a shake weight as well.
What is going on in these books? It's okay. I'm here for it. We're going to read them.
Team Smut, get it on.
Now,
easy.
Have you ever, I know you get a lot of like the comments of people like it, but have anyone ever read your book and then have given you a negative comment or suggested you tone the books down a little bit?
Somebody on TikTok, and it was weird because his name was sexual. They saw the bidet comment on a video on a TikTok.
Okay.
And put that this is a platform for children, but like his name was sexual. And I was like, whatever. And then another person came below his comment and was like, yeah, you should take this down. So I just deleted both of their comments and kept
pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's keep it moving.
I think I got on my audiobook, somebody gave it a 1 star, which was ridiculous because the character is a Black female, and they said that the narrator wasn't Black, but the narrator is Black. She's just very well spoken for a narrator. So I had to fight to get that review taken down because it was stupid. A Black woman read that book, so what do you mean? That fell into the talk Black, talk white type thing. So yeah. So
how dare a Black woman be well spoken?
And I had to keep reporting that to get them to take that one down because I was like, the narrator is African American woman, so this comment needs to go. It took them a while, but they eventually took it down.
And going back to your TikTok comment, DL said TikTok is not for children. You are exactly right.
Those people.
Remember that stuff up there?
I got on one of my secret accounts, I got what you call the little violation because the book was in a book funnel, and the book funnel little image was a lady in lingerie, just like leaning against a dresser. They gave me a violation for that. And like 2 days later, as I'm scrolling, I will send you this video because I have it screenshot saved in my phone. The man was basically having sex in the voice-over of people doing things on camera. And I was like, well, how did I get a violation? They weren't like doing it, but you know,
you could tell what was going on.
Yeah, and I was like, so how did I get a violation for a little stupid picture? And this man is basically letting you hear what he sounds like. And it had like hundreds of thousands of views, and please, TikTok is a hot mess.
Raymond said that he heard it's the Wild Wild West over in TikTok land.
We've had this discussion in my little circle, and I am biased towards Instagram over TikTok. I know TikTok is the place to feed. They say TikTok sells books. Some of these authors, they say you gotta like 500 views to sell one book. Okay, whatever that means. But they're like nuts over there. It's really kind of weird and crazy. So you have to like be careful what account you follow, what to hit that you don't want to see. And there's a lot of drama on TikTok that I'm like, aren't y'all here to sell books? But it is just drama on top of drama in the book world on TikTok.
It is drama over on the TikTok world. I've seen some of it, like in the videos they'll post, and the weirdness. I had some lady inbox me over on TikTok and was like, I can read your life. I can tell you what's going to happen next. You need to release this. You need to do this. And I'm just like, wait, what? You know nothing about me. But and she wouldn't stop. And then at the end, she was like, I can give you the rest of your fortune if you cash at me $200. Well, lady, I'm not going to pay you to come up with something and tell me about my life. No, I'm not going to do that.
You must have known about the $30,000 scandal on TikTok then.
No, I haven't been on TikTok in a couple months. I can't keep up with all these platforms. Like I can't. I have
a woman swindled some people out of $30,000 to start a business on TikTok, and I'm like, you just had $30,000 to just give somebody? Yeah, it's a nightmare over there. I'm sorry.
Maybe she should have been swindled. I mean, I know this sounds bad. I know, but I'm not going to just give a stranger $30,000.
It wasn't just one person. A lot of people gave it to this woman. Apparently, she bought her name on the Forbes list, so people thought she was the real deal. They didn't know that you can pay your way to be on the Forbes list. So she was featured on the Forbes list. So they believe whatever that was that she put on her profile and gave her the money.
A lot of this stuff is very you pay to play in a lot of these markets. When it comes to books or magazine interviews, whatever, you pay to play. DL said it can be nuts. I've been looking at the videos of cats in kitchen organization bids. Yeah, cat videos, plant videos.
Yeah. The famous
garden
over there. Yeah, I follow one of her videos. It's somebody telling you to start your own garden on there. I follow her, but yeah.
I watch those in the dancing videos. Like I get caught in the dancing to think I can dance and move like that, and I can't. Remy said a real psychic, then she wouldn't know you weren't going to pay that money. Exactly. And TikTok fortune teller. Exactly. Exactly. I'm not going to pay you $200 for you to tell me about my life. I'm not going to know.
But the other thing about that too is like you go into bookstores and they have the book talk table, but they don't have the bookstagram table.
They don't.
That's the.
And some of the bookstores that I go in, their book talk table doesn't have representation.
No. All the covers look alike and we're nowhere to be seen.
Exactly. All the covers look, and you have one author who I won't name her, but you all probably figure it out and put in the comments. She has it's two actually. One starts with an S, one starts with a C, and all of their books are on
the table,
the book talk table. And just like, where are the other books? And then you go into the other section of the stores, and it's this one shelf.
Yes.
Well, all of our. Yep, Raymond, there you go. He said book talk is all about Colleen Hoover. I didn't say it. You said it. I just read the comment. But it's this one row. And that's where our books are.
Yeah. The other thing with that particular person, I don't know her, don't have anything against her. I kind of have an issue with our readers. That I have read some good books that could be spread throughout these Facebook groups constantly. And you see hers instead of one of ours. And that kind of bothers me. Like, why aren't you giving your own this attention versus this person who doesn't need it and who really isn't better than the next person, from what I'm hearing?
And I've actually read one of those books. I bought it because I was like, okay, what's the hype all about? Let me buy it and see what the hype. And I read it one day when I was at the beach. And I was like, okay. And I gave the book away. I don't give my books away. I
You
don't
gave the
like,
book
that's the
away.
thing. I don't give my books away. I gave the book
Out.
away. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm over this right now.
Mhm.
But you know, and in the community where people are talking about all the other books, like you mentioned, give credit, give spotlight, give shine
Yeah.
to the Black authors, or to us who have the books, who are better,
Yeah.
I will say, than a lot
Like
of
they
these
could put a
others.
Farrah Rashan book in there. They could put a Kennedy Ryan book in there.
Yes.
They could put a Christina C. Jones. You
Mhm.
don't see that flooding the timeline. You see that same person's book, and it's in our own book clubs, and it's
Yeah.
like enough already.
I'm all about diverse reads, but just make sure that it's diverse.
Yes.
DL said, and Black authors that only write non-Black people always trips me out. DL is passionate about this. I remember the first live I watched her, she was on, she said this thing, and then her eyes rolled, and she did the, like, she was serious.
Yeah.
She was serious about Black authors that only write non-Black people always trip her out.
Yes.
Faith and Love 718 said, which authors does TK recommend? Who do you recommend?
I like Kennedy Ryan, for one, because she has been breaking so many barriers. Like she's the first Black woman to win the Rita Award. I think she was the first Black woman, I think, to win that Audie Award or something recently. So like she is like just going through these doors and knocking them down, putting a Black face next to where recognition should be. So I will definitely say her. I do like Farrah Rashan. I've read about 3 CCJ books, and I'm on to someone recommended Love Belvin, since I liked CCJ. I haven't read her books yet though, but she's on my list.
Okay.
A lot of the indie. I mean, I was a big Toni Morrison fan, and Pumpkin. Zora Neale Hurston is #1. Pumpkin. I said RT. Pumpkin. She would be my favorite of all. I would say Zora.
Okay.
Yeah. I like to, I was telling Kelly and Anthony yesterday, the book I read was Opal and Nev, because we don't get the recognition on the A side. So maybe in 2023, I'll pick up a traditional book. There is one I want to read now because the cover is music related. I think it's called Love Songs or something. It's like a cartoon, 2 kids like laying side by side, and I think it's like a mixtape with some earphones on it. I actually want to buy that book because it just looks like me, but I'll wait.
Wait to 2023.
Yeah, 2023.
So if you could read one book, and I got this question from a BRC Live the other day. I was like, this is pretty dope. If you could read one book every day for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Their eyes were watching God, probably. But to flip that, I am on my 3rd time reading Paradise by Toni Morrison because I don't know what I've read. I know there's nuns. I know there's chaos. But when I go through it, I think I can understand it better at this age.
Okay.
I'll know exactly what it is that I'm reading. And it's like 300-400 pages. And I just don't know what it is that I'm reading. I don't know if they're in a dream. I don't know if this has really happened. I can't figure it out. So on the flip side, I would probably read that over and over and over until I know what is Paradise about.
And what was the name of that book? Because people will probably want to know.
Paradise by Toni Morrison.
Paradise by, I didn't hear the name.
It's a huge book, but she was always hard for me to kind of read. So I kind of like that challenge. And then I kind of admire her too, because I could never write the way that she writes. There's just something, the way she puts it together, I would never be able to do that. So I admire that. She
stringed the words and the stories and the scene along so beautifully. On the book that you was talking about, Words and Ciphers, and Karen the Reader said is Love Radio by Ebony Liddell.
Yeah. She probably knew it from the cover that I described. Yeah. I do want to get that book because it just seems like me. And I love that.
Radio.
I might break and buy it before 2023. I don't know.
Well, before 2023 gets here, you have 3 books that you promised us.
Yes. The Low Country Legends is September. The Can't Quit You is the one that I got the song recorded. I'll load that video up when we're done. That will be book 2. I'm looking at October. And the 3rd book, maybe 4th, will be the erotica on the pen name. And the Hallmark Christmas book in my name.
Hey, Mark.
The Vampires is on Vella right now. That's almost done, but I won't release that until next year. So, and that's my first paranormal romance. So when I'm done with that on Vella, I have to get a. Yeah, that's been a wild ride. Talking about shifters and the sex scenes and the nodding and all that stuff that comes in that shifter world. This is my first time doing it, so I want to make sure I'm doing it properly before I release it.
Raymond said, well, we're waiting. We're holding you accountable. Raymond said TK is out here writing. Yeah, she writing.
Yes.
She's not wasting. She's not playing no games.
I go to bed like 3 or 4, sometimes 5. I'm just up trying to get it all out before I forget it.
So what motivates you to keep writing? Because it's hard sometimes. It's hard to keep writing these books and turning them out and everything else. So what motivates you to keep doing this?
That 4-letter word, love. It's doing this is actually. I don't really like to do a lot of listen to a lot of cliches and catchphrases, but you know that one that they say, if you do something you love, you won't feel like you're working. I don't feel like I'm working when I'm doing it, so I just do it. It doesn't bother me. I could be in the car, something will come to me, and I'll go to my phone and do a voice note and talk to my email before leave me, because I have made that mistake of not doing it, and I was like, damn, what was that? What did I say? So now I never miss a moment. I could be sleeping and something comes to me. I'll be back up at 7:30. I got to do it and get it down before I forget. So I just actually love doing it. I don't feel like I'm working when I'm doing it. And that's a good place to be, because I've had horrible jobs.
Yes, it is. When you said it was a 4-letter word, honestly, the first word that came to my mind was smut. I don't know why.
Here's the thing, though. With
the first thing that came to my mind.
Smut is a good word that could be used, because that same grandmother actually kicked me out of her house because she found one of my rap pads when I was doing rap music. And she read some stuff. And she used those 4 letters at me. She said, oh, no, I won't have anybody writing the smut in my house. And I had to go and stay at my aunt's house for like a couple of days until she let me back in. So, yeah, smut could be another 4-letter word I could use, but love would be the first one.
Okay. Yeah. I like love being the first word.
Yes.
Go back to the comments for Love Radio by Ebony Liddell. Karen the Reader said, it's a good book. You should definitely read it.
Okay. It looks like me. I mean, love is in the title. I like the characters on the front. It's about music. So I was like, oh, that book looks something like I would actually read. But I'm trying to keep my word, but I may break it. I can break my own word to myself. That's fine.
Well, you should get, since Kelly always liked to bully people and buy books for people, just get Kelly to buy it for you. That way you get
She probably has a copy and
didn't break your word. Boom.
She probably has a copy and didn't
probably so.
Let's probably. See if she's gonna admit to that. And even though I don't know the answer to that, I'm telling. She probably has that book and is not gonna read it until 2024.
What if it was called Smut Radio?
Who wrote that?
Raymond.
Tell him to write one called Pumpkin Radio.
Oh, write one called Pumpkin Radio, Raymond.
Pumpkin. Vaseline Brown.
Right, all those names, yeah, of the different shades of blackness.
And that's why I like Zora too, because she was herself. She wrote the way she spoke. I would, if I had never arrived to the place that I'm at, I would have never said pumpkin. I would have made sure I said pumpkin when I'm around a certain group of people.
Just one thing I've learned is just be yourself. The people who are attracted to you will come. Those
I hope
that don't like it. He said, I hope so. Yeah, those that don't like it, oh well, those aren't your people.
I finally arrived at that stage, and I'm kind of happy to be there. It wasn't good worried about what other people thought or what they had to say about me. That was not a good feeling.
No.
So I guess you could say I've arrived.
I've arrived. Own it. Bask in it.
Took me long enough. I've arrived.
Yes, you are who you are. Unapologetically you.
Not boxed in.
Not boxed in. Right. You don't want to be boxed into one thing. I get it.
And one of my former male crushes kind of got me like that too. Yes, I said former. I'm talking about Idris Elba.
Oh, why is he a former male crush?
I recently replaced him with Laz Alonso.
Oh.
But like the former Idris, the fact that he can do what he wants. He can DJ. He can act. He can sing. He can rap. He's not boxed in. He's done boxing, actually. He's done race car driving. That is how I've seen me. I don't want to just do one thing. I don't want to just write one thing. I want to write everything that's stuck in here and not have anybody judge me for it. I hate that I had to put some of the stuff in pen names, but I don't want to get put out either.
Right. Grandma already kicked you out of her house. So you don't want to get put out now.
I don't need to put me out.
Yes, Kamani, she replaced Idris Elba. She replaced him.
Like, why was I sleeping on him?
I was like, but you just got into Laz Alonso?
I just got into him.
Oh no.
And boy, oh boy. He's got a book coming. Let's just say that.
Oh, a book based on him.
Based on how he looks.
Oh.
And how he talks. When he do that little whatever that sound is. It's coming.
It's coming. Well, now don't write that one under a pen name. Write that one so we can get it.
Oh no.
TK.
When I'm going there on that one, I'm going there on that one.
Give us the books. You can't you've been teasing us this whole time with all of these great books. And you won't tell us the pen name. You won't tell us the titles or anything. But you're teasing us. Like you should write a book about the female tease because that's what you are right now. That's what you're doing.
Ooh. That's actually a scene in the book that's coming out this week.
Okay.
Which is a re-release of when I told you I was going back to fix my old catalog. I fixed book 2 in that on-track series called Derail.
Okay.
And there's a scene where one of the characters talks about being a DT. Can't say if it's true or not.
Kelly's in here telling me now who is bullying. I'm not bullying her. This is motivation.
Nobody will ever take the bully place, Kelly.
No. You can have the bully place and your margarita before you go meet people.
I don't even know what that was. Did she have 1 or 2? I gotta think about that.
Now you telling on it for real.
Snitches.
Yes. Well, it's been awesome. Thank you for coming on. And nervous. I don't know what you're talking about.
I was nervous, but you got me out of it, so I do appreciate that. I was all like jittery. I had planned to like, I went through Instagram and saved some filters, but you wouldn't let me put one on my face.
No, you don't shouldn't hide your face. You hide behind the books, don't hide behind your face. Be you. This is a safe space. We're your
Yep.
people. We're your community. We are your King Smut book tribe.
Yeah.
People,
And I'm
you can
glad
be
we
safe
got on
with
the other
us.
channel too, because I hated it was messing up in the beginning.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what it was. I think maybe because I haven't, like you mentioned, I haven't used that my first time logging into it. Maybe it was something that was cutting me off, but both phones were kicking me out when I was trying. So
Ooh.
I don't know what that's all about, but I will add this live, add them as a collaborator. Kelly taught me how to do that.
Okay.
Add them as a collaborator so that it will show up, so people on that side can also see the interview and hear all about you and all about the books.
Thank you.
Kamani said, "I'm screaming at you being called to tease."
Because she knows what I'm talking about. She's read that scene.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I got some good books that was recommended during this live.
Mm-hmm.
I have DM me so I know what that book is that starts off all nice and strong like that. I need that in my life out here.
Okay.
Thank you to everybody who was hanging out with us tonight and for being a part of the live with the lovely TK Richards.
Thank you.
Sign up to be on her ARC team. She said
Yes.
she has 3 books coming out by 3, maybe 4 by the end of this year. So go to her website, tkrichards.com, put in your email address, get a book, read it, leave a review, help these indie authors out, show them some love. Like, let's build up their platforms. Talk about these indie authors in your book groups and the book spaces that you're in.
Yes.
Tell people, even if you don't like the book, someone else may like the book. Spread the love around to everyone.
And
Like,
recommend some Black books in your book clubs.
Yes, recommend Black books in your book clubs, in your libraries. When you go into these bookstores, if they don't have a book, hey, guess what? Request it. They will order it. They will get the book in. Let's get more of the Black books out there and circulating.
Yes.
And not only the mainstream Black authors, but these indie authors as well. They are working hard to get into these spaces, whether it's your local Black bookstore, your local mom and pop store, whether it's your mainstream big store. Come on now, let's get the books into all the places.
And that's one reason I love Kelly and Crystal, because they do not hold back on the indies. And I think Raymond getting in there too. I know Gracious always supported too, but they'll actually do like reels and stuff with the indie books, and that is very much appreciative to people like me.
Yes, I love indie authors because indie authors have a story. They just sometimes get looked over by the bigger companies.
A lot of times the stories are better.
A lot of times they are better. And their covers, like you was talking about, the same covers for all the books that's on that one particular table and that one particular store. I can't say what that store is, but y'all can. Like I said, some of them they just don't do it for me.
I have all Black books when I do. I have we were talking about him earlier. I had to get this for my husband, the Jay-Z book. Yes. Black author. I got Raquel Henry for the holidays. Black author. Got myself. Oh, I had this one too. I met on Clubhouse. She's a Black artist. She draws. If anybody needs an artist. This book was the Black Anthology. I got this from Barnes & Noble from meeting and just networking with other Black authors. So that's what I try to do. Just try to support my people.
And a good thing that a great point Faith and Love 718 made, that indie authors interact with their readers. Yes, indie authors don't think they're untouchable. They won't respond to a DM or if you see them, they'll sign a book or whatever. Indie authors are dope.
And I like going to the mailbox to ship my stuff out. Sometimes I do separate packages because you can do media mail to save a little bit of postage, but I'll send like another little package with something extra in it. I get a kick out of that. That makes me feel good. So indie authors would love to do that. Just support them and Let them
Yes.
be able to go to the post office and ship their package. It's a feeling you can't even describe. Except for Kamani, because
Hmm.
just get lost in the mail apparently. The people at the post office have been stealing her books.
Oh no. Well, at least you know somebody's reading it. Might
Yes,
not be the person you intend to ship it to, but somebody's reading the book.
that's the positive and that negative.
Yes.
Yeah.
But do you have any last words? Hold on, we have some more comments. I'm just saying, I saw you yesterday. I didn't get an autograph from you or Gracia. Kelly, I'm not okay. Kelly.
Actually, Kelly, I apologize. I had a book for you.
Hmm.
I made a reel with it because it was in the car. I put all 3 of those books in one hard copy.
Cool.
I just forgot to give it to you. So you could have your, I know how you are with your 6x9 shelf. I just forgot to give it to you. I'm so sorry.
But that's okay, Kelly. She's gonna media mail it to you.
I apologize.
Exactly. Raymond said, "Good night, Kelly." Raymond sending Kelly to bed. Good night, Kelly.
So
It
yes.
has been absolutely wonderful having you on. Thank you
Thank
for being a part of Indie Author Love Night. You guys follow TK,
you.
hit up her website, get on that art, read those books, leave reviews, all the things we said tonight. Be on the lookout for these smut books. I can't wait
Yeah.
until she DMs me. I'm special. I don't know if she's gonna DM y'all, but I hope her feel comfortable on this live. That's all I heard, so that's why she's gonna DM me and tell me what it
Yes.
was.
And this
That's
was so fun.
yay! I'm glad. I'm so glad
And
you had
Black
fun.
Creator Con is coming up October.
Yes,
So I will be
27,
front and center.
29.
Yes.
And please join in for VIP night. TK, we're gonna have to talk outside the live about VIP night.
That leather and lace night.
Yes, leather and lace, baby.
I'm ready. I am ready.
Raymond, I haven't got that far ahead yet. He asked me who is my next author. I haven't got that far ahead yet, but I'll have the next author by tomorrow. I will.
Okay.
Haven't got that far ahead yet.
You gonna do clean romance or smutty again or steamy, or you don't know yet? Which way you leaning?
I don't know if it just may be smutty.
Okay.
Just be smutty. If I can get a smutty author. I know of a couple, and I have a couple recommendations. People have given me a lot of great people to reach out to, so I'm
Okay.
going to reach out to them. I have some scheduled for later towards August, like Norian Love. He's going to be on October 18th, I think it is. I think that's
I
Tuesday.
would be front and center to tease him because I would never get over him doing his live with no shirt on. So I will be in here in the comments.
Norian?
Yes, I will be in here picking it.
Yes, Norian is going to be October 18th. It's the 2 weeks before the conference, I believe.
Okay.
He's locked that in. So, yeah, we are going to we're going to have some fun. He's excited. I'm excited. And get some men in here to talk about these romance things, and maybe even some male poets to come and recite some of their erotic poetry. I have come in contact, I think it's Jay the Poet, I think is his name. Let me look it up really quick.
I think that the conference is not going to be in person because I planned on coming to it this year, but 2023, fingers crossed, we can all be in the same room, same hotel space, same conference space, meeting each other, enjoying each other's company, and getting to know each other and having a good time live. And
I can't. I was looking forward to it being live, but it's we're virtual and we're just building our immune system for all the loving up on each other we're going to do next year. Another poet, another with an A instead of an ER.
Okay.
He is one that has some good some good poetry that I have that I would
Poetry.
love to get him on.
Is erotic poetry. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
that'll be interesting.
Oh, wait. When did Chaps come into this comment? Wait, what happened? We missed some comments. Oh, we was talking about leather and lace. Kelly,
Yes.
book bully, said, "Will Raymond and Dee wear leather chaps?" Raymond said, "I can't speak for Dee, but that's a no for him. It's no for him, dog." And then DL said, "Oh, Mrs. Frazier is not going to let Dee do any chaps. Nope, I don't think that's going to happen."
I'm gonna try to come. I'll keep it a surprise.
Okay.
I'll keep it. Yes. Raymond will have on his cookout sandals. Cheap shot.
Raymond, you can't let him talk about you in your sandals. It's okay.
Cheap shot pumpkin. I'll leave alone.
Y'all, we are going, and on that note, pumpkin, we are going to head out, and we're going to get ready for tomorrow night. Is it classy on Wednesdays?
They made an announcement changed on Wednesday. You got to ask them in the comments. I think Wednesday is going to be open now, if I'm not mistaken.
Raymond, what's going on tomorrow? Let us know. Raymond, Kelly, Gracia, put us in the know, because I missed what was going on tomorrow. Somebody's going to tell us.
But you're going to stay on Tuesday?
Tuesdays.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
Tomorrow night. Okay, so Karen the reader, said tomorrow night they aren't having anyone, so it may be open.
Okay.
Yeah, at least it's her schedule. She can't do tomorrow. So Raymond said it may be open. So who knows? Raymond may pop in and do a live,
Okay.
or either maybe Kelly, since she missed Monday night. She left Alicia and Classy hanging. She may do Wednesday, but something's gonna happen tomorrow, and it's gonna be fabulous. Whether it's just some postings, or whether, I don't know. Karen the reader does a great job at organizing the graphics and things for social media, especially IG. So she will definitely, I'm sure, have something tomorrow just to keep everybody informed, in the loop onto what's going on with Black Readers Con. Reminder, tickets are opening soon, and we can't wait to see all of you. And then I'll be back next Tuesday night with a new author, a new topic, new books, new everything. Just have fun with the people.
We'll have fun in the comments next week.
Awesome. Yes. All right, y'all have a good night, and everyone be happy, healthy, and whole.
Thank y'all for having me.
Bye-bye. No problem, of course. Thank you for coming. Bye-bye.